Welcome to TPI's Games to Watch. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, and it is the Week 10 preview. We are finally in the last week of the regular season. It's hard to believe. It's gone by really, really fast. We have a lot of teams in Elmore County that are in the playoffs. 4 of the 6 teams. Only one team out of Tallapoosa County made the playoffs this year, with Railtown advancing. But we will get to all of that next week because there are still, some exciting games on the horizon tonight. Meaningless or not, you still want to win all of your games. So we'll start out with our Tallapoosa County game to watch, which is Benjamin Russell hosting Valley in their final game of the regular season. Benjamin Russell missed the playoffs for the first time in a couple of years, but they still have a lot to fight for. They do not want to have a losing record. If they win tonight, they go out with a 5-5 record, which is something that's really important to these seniors. I've been really impressed from everything that I've heard that the seniors have really stuck with it. They're not giving up on the season, regardless of making the playoffs or anything like that. In terms of what Valley can do, on paper they look really good. They haven't played a whole lot of great competition in the same way that Benjamin Russell has, so I think that the Wildcats will have that going for them. They also know what they have to do to stop Valley. Valley loves to run the ball. They have a really talented running back, a really talented quarterback as well. So it's going to come down to if Benjamin Russell can do what it knows how to do on defense. They know what they're supposed to do, but can they actually put it on the field? Some dynamics that are going to be interesting with Valley making the playoffs. They take this opportunity to play really well and try to go in with some momentum. Do they rest their players a little bit? It's hard to tell as a coach what decision will be made in that regard. But either way, the focus for Benjamin Russell is getting a victory, ending the season on a high note, also giving some of the younger guys some confidence and seeing what they're doing is working. Hopefully the community would be a little bit more excited about the team as well if they were to get a victory tonight. So you always want to go out on a high note. The one good thing about not making the playoffs is that you have a much better shot of winning your last game of the season. So hopefully the Wildcats can get it done, and it could be an exciting night of football around Tallapoosa County tonight.
I'm Caleb Turrentine with the Wetumpka Herald. In this week's game to watch, we're going to take a look at the rivalry game between Holtville and Marbury at Marbury on Friday night. These two teams have played 70 total games against each other in their history, with Holtville leading the series by almost 20 games. This is Holtville's tied for their longest running rivalry with Elmore County, who, as they played their 71st game against each other earlier this season. Holtville won this game 70-6 last year. It's the biggest margin of victory in the rivalry's history. But Marbury is much improved, and they're looking to get a little bit of revenge as they celebrate senior night. Both teams are looking to get a final tune-up before the playoffs. Holtville has to travel to number 2 American Christian next week. But Coach Jason Franklin said that this week's game could serve as a good step of preparation for Holtville, as Marbury does a lot of the same things as American Christian does. ACA does seem to be a better team, but he does feel like this week can give them a good gauge on what they need to work on before the playoffs get started next week. Both teams are dealing with some injuries to their starting lineups, especially on the offensive end, but Holtville has gotten a boost from freshman running back Drew Pickett and the return of senior running back J.J. Jackson as they fill in the gap after Colby Potts left with a season-ending injury. But get out early. Both teams are looking to build some momentum. If it's a short trip, so if you're a Holtville fan, it might be worth it. Next week's is a much longer trip, so get out there, support Holtville in the regular season finale, and enjoy some good football.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Carmen Rodgers with Tallapoosa Publishers, bringing you this week's Games to Watch. I'm back here at J.E. Hott O'Brien Stadium one last time with Tallapoosa's head coach Mike Battles. Coach, the Tigers had a monumental win last week against Beauregard High School. This week they're taking on Elmore County High School in the season finale. How do you feel heading into that game?
Well, I feel a lot better since we won. That was a big game for our seniors. It gave us gave them that signature win, one we hadn't had an opportunity. We've played Beauregard several times and they've always beat us. So, that was big for our seniors to get that win. It gives us an opportunity to finish up with a winning season. Of course, we got to play Elmore County, and they're one of our crosstown rivals, and they're going to be excited. But our kids came to work Monday just like they did the week before, and we've had good practices. The weather's kind of hampered us a little bit, but it's hampered everybody. So we'll prepare 2 more days, and then we'll go out there and tee it up. But I feel good. Our kids have really been focused, and they're excited now that they do have something to play for. We've already got over the fact we're not going to the playoffs, so the best thing we can do is finish this thing up on a winning note and have some success against Elmore County.
That's a big rivalry game.
It
Elmore
is.
County
There's
rivalry.
I told the kids the other day, a lot of your dads played in this game. A lot of their dads played in this game. It's a big community game. We'll get after each other for 48 minutes, and then of course, we wish them nothing but the best. I'm sure they feel the same way, and got a lot of friends up there. But it's going to 48 minutes. We're going to try to go win the ball game, and I'm sure they will too. And our kids know that. They've been in these games before, and they know what to expect, and they know what to expect from Elmore County. So we'll go out there and do our best.
Sounds good. Thank you, Coach. That's going to do it for this season's Games to Watch from Tallahassee. And until next season, we hope you'll join us again. This is Carmen Rodgers reporting for Tallapoosa Publishers.